So far with Grip, we have digitalized and scaled content for 6 brands, representing 260 products over 15 markets. All that in less than a year. Opella is the third largest healthcare company in the world. We are operating in over 100 countries. We have 15 global brands on top of our local brands. My team is responsible for performance marketing, bringing traffic to our product detail page, and conversion, meaning optimizing e-commerce content across markets for our global brands. Our goal is to make our brands the most loved brands in their categories. Approximately each year, we produce around 10,000 e-commerce assets globally. Prior to Grip, assets updates were inconsistent. Some markets had outdated visuals, other markets had new ones. Grip helped us to structure and put every market at the same level for our brands. Before Grip, the localization was very difficult because each market had to do it independently. Imagine, for each SKU, we had to produce in each market different versions per e-retailer, per format, with different claims. So without a centralized system, that can be overwhelming. It's a very large amount of assets to produce for e-commerce. It slowed us down, created brand inconsistencies, and preventing us from reaching our goals in terms of speed, efficiency, and scale. And the stakes are high. For seasonal products, such as Allegra, if your content isn't live in time for the allergy season, you've missed a window. Timeliness isn't a nice to have, it's a business necessity. Content production put a lot of pressure on local teams. They were spending valuable time, resources, and budget, starting from scratch the creation of new content for their markets. With decentralized teams and local agencies adapting content, we struggled to maintain the brand consistency. Global guidelines were not always followed. That inconsistency not only weakened our messaging, it also diluted the impact that we could have had on our local campaigns. To overcome those challenges, we needed a solution that could scale, be cost-efficient, and easy to use. So the platform had to be structured, simple, and intuitive so that our local teams could pick up quickly and get it right every time. It needed to let us localize content, especially pack shots, without to rely on additional teams or agencies, and without compromising on brand consistency. Grip stood out because it checked every box. It was scalable, structured, and incredibly easy for the teams to onboard. It gave us the control we needed at a global level, while still allowing the local teams to adapt the content in a way that made sense for them. The fact that the local teams could manage everything themselves without needing extra support was a game changer. In the implementation phase, our biggest challenge was to onboard the teams, especially taking into account our internal turnover. Grip helped us onboard very smoothly and navigate through this complexity. The Grip platform was easy to learn, and the support we got from the Grip team made all the difference. We want to go fast, we want to scale, and we want to be a challenger. Grip helps us do both. It is a stable tool that today meets our goals, but also integrates AI more and more that allows us to be even more efficient. The content template we created with the help of Grip helped us move fast, without compromising on the brand consistency and being compliant with the pharmaceutical regulation. In the implementation phase, we used Power User to help us get traction with the tool. We chose a zone with different countries and one brand and onboarded on the tools. Then, those Power Users acted as advocates to other zones and other brands because it indeed facilitated their work. We are mainly using Grip to create and manage our e-commerce global assets, from pack shots to hero visuals, secondary images, and performance marketing assets. Grip has become our go-to platform for building the core content we need across market. The result is that we saw major gains in terms of time to market. From the creative idea to the content going live, we went from months to weeks. Grip helped us to reduce our content production cost. In fact, we saved around 30% versus our previous ways of working. Together with the creative idea, the new concept, and the new content we were able to put live, Grip helped us to increase consistently our conversion rate across markets and across brands. Grip helped us centralize and standardize content across markets to ensure a high-quality content for e-commerce. For the different teams, the structure and the ease of use of the platform really stood out. In markets with stronger adoption, the teams feel empowered because they can directly access to global content and see right away what they need to localize the content, get it done, and put it live. That kind of clarity and autonomy makes a big difference. Grip's self-service model has been a game changer. Once the team are onboarded, they can now localize their assets quickly, consistently, and without having to brief an agency for that. What used to take days now happens in real time. It made us faster, more efficient, and scale with the resources we already have. Our local teams feel empowered, they don't have to reinvent the wheel, they don't have to start from scratch, and they know that what they're going to produce is going to be compliant. A big plus is that now we have the peace of mind knowing that everywhere you go in the world, with one brand, the assets are going to be consistent and compliant with our global guidelines.